Hi everyone, this is Amy and welcome back to my channel. Today we're making black sesame miso Rice Krispie treats. To start this dish, we need to butter up an 8x8 baking dish with high walls, being sure to go all the way up the sides, in the corners, and all over the bottom. This is going to help unmold our Rice Krispie treats when we go to cut them. We can set that aside and move over to the stove. In a large pot, we're going to add 4 tablespoons of unsalted butter, and we're going to let this melt down and brown up for 3 minutes. Once you start seeing little brown flecks on the bottom, you've got a beautiful brown butter. Now we're going to add a teaspoon of white miso. This is much more mellow than other misos. It's going to add a little bit of saltiness. We're also going to add a little bit more salt later because it's going to bring out the sweetness. Once that's melted down, we can add a 1/4 cup of black sesame seeds and let this toast in the butter for about 2 minutes. If it sticks to the bottom, don't worry. The marshmallows will pull that right up. After 2 minutes, we're going to add in a 12-ounce bag of your jet puffed marshmallows. Just tossing all these in there and starting to stir because we want those sesame seeds to be incorporated throughout. So just stirring this around. And we're going to also add in 3/4 of a teaspoon of flaky salt. Salt brings out the sweetness in desserts and it adds just a really beautiful depth of flavor. So after all your marshmallows are melted down, we're going to add 2 teaspoons of toasted sesame oil just to reinforce that sesame flavor. Give that a really good stir. And then we are going to add in 6 cups of Rice Krispies or any puffed rice cereal that you have on hand. I like to do this in small batches, just putting in like a third, stirring it around, and continuing to do that until all the Rice Krispies are in there. And just mixing. The heat should be off as well at this point because the marshmallows are already melted. We're not cooking anything anymore. So just going in and folding the marshmallow throughout the treats themselves. And this is pretty much done. The last little bit going in. Now once everything is mixed through, we're going to pour this into our buttered baking dish. And I like to take a little parchment and press it on the top to make it really flat. And we're going to let this rest for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, just take an offset spatula and just run it around the edges, or just a regular knife if that's what you have. And we're going to pop this onto some parchment paper. And this slides right out. Then we're going to cut it into however big of squares that you want. I should have let this set up a little bit more, but I was really excited to try these. They get a little firmer as they sit. So I cut this into, how many? 12 pieces. Sorry, I had to count there. Now let's go ahead and give this a taste. Look at this beautiful stretch. You can smell the nuttiness of these. They are absolutely delicious. Sweet, toasty, you get a hint of that sesame oil. These are so easy to make and so delicious. But there they are, black sesame miso Rice Krispie treats. I hope you all try to make this in your home. Thank you so much for spending time with me again today. I really do appreciate every single one of you. If you like this video, give it a like. If you loved it, please consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell if you haven't already, because I put out new videos every Thursday. Thank you again, and until next time, happy cooking.